It's the early way, yeah. 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 It's the early way. It's the early way, yeah. It's the early. What's up? I'm Early Earl. I thank y'all for hearing these YouTube streets. So coming on down to the early way. I'm coming at y'all with another video. This video is about the Auntie podcast over on the ZUES network. Y'all been checking that out? Y'all know in this past episode they had Miss Netta and Charles. Y'all know they a couple over on TikTok. She be cooking for Charles. You know, telling him his lunch is ready, his food is ready, so come sit down and eat. Y'all, you know, she got this one song that she made. Charles, your lunch is ready. I only cook for you. Y'all know they're a fucking mess, but they TikTok famous. They think they celebrities, and here they are on our TV streams on the ZUES network. And we're going to talk about the latest episode. Y'all tune in with me. Y'all, this show is messy. This show is ridiculous. This show is crazy. And I was clutching my pearls the whole time while I was watching it. Y'all, this shit is crazy. But shit, we got the hosts, Tokyo Tony and Carlissa and Tia Kemp. They start off the show with some girl talk and jokes. And then they welcome Miss Netta and Charles to the stage, greeting them with hugs. Tokyo Tony compliments Miss Netta and Charles and asks them how they met. Miss Netta explains that they met in 2018 on Tag, a dating app. She slid into Charles' DMs and they talked for 4 months on the down low before making their relationship public. Both are from the same city in Alabama. Miss Netta has been in a 20-year relationship before Charles, but her previous partner passed away from a heart attack. A year later, she met Charles, and they've been together for 6 years despite a 12-year difference. Miss Netta is 47 and Charles is 35. So during, the podcast, Charles stayed quiet down to let Miss Netta do all the talking. And Tia teases Charles about being quiet and jokes that it looked like he was wearing a waist trainer. And, Charles admits that he just got lipo and he has to wear it. Tia then asks, to see his six-pack and mentions hearing that the girl slid into his DMs. And Carlissa asks that her assistant hit Charles up and wonders if he responded. And he was like, he reads the DMs, but he don't respond. And I can bet $100 that Charles do respond to every DM that he get. If he responded to Miss Netta when Miss Netta slid into the DMs, he responded to anybody else after. You can't tell me he didn't. Miss Netta jumps in and she says she runs everything and sees everything as they have each other's phone passcodes. And Carlissa implies that Charles might have 2 phones, but Charles denies it. Miss Netta offers to let Charles give her his phone to prove her point, stating that if Charles is cheating, it's with his PlayStation at work. And Charles is a steel plant worker. He works at a steel plant. And she also mentions that she goes through his phone when he's asleep. And Charles confirms he has the passcode to her phone too and sees everything. So y'all, they're just going through each other's phones whenever they feel like it. So you think they got trust issues or they trust each other enough to let them go through each other's phone? Which one is it? I don't know. So then Tia playfully asks, who wears the pants in the relationship? Leading to a fun exchange between Miss Netta and Charles. She really asked them who the top and who the bottom. I said, oh my God, she really asked them people that? Miss Netta confidently asserts her role in satisfying Charles, and they share a laugh about surgeries and physical appearance. So, y'all, they asked Tokyo asked them, y'all had all these surgeries. How do that interfere with y'all, getting down in the bedroom? Those crashes is crazy. I'm saying, I couldn't believe it. So the conversation turns serious as Miss Netta reveals that they are legally married, emphasizing their strong bond. She talks about, her social media persona and how she remains loyal to Charles despite any temptations. She says she don't disrespect Charles like they see on the internet. It's just all for, clout. It's a skit. It ain't real. So when the topic of infidelity comes up, Miss Netta makes it clear that she doesn't tolerate games in her relationship. You know, the host also touched on the idea of inviting others into the bedroom, but Miss Netta and Charles set their boundaries, showing mutual respect. Miss Netta said no, but Charles said that, if Miss Netta wanted, to bring somebody in the bedroom, the choice is up to her. So, Charles with it either way. Either or. You know, then family dynamics are explored with Miss Netta sharing insights into their journey and the support that they receive from loved ones. And then they discuss Charles' past and how he's been accused of being an opportunist, adding depth to their story. Charles said they're using each other if that's the case. Shit. Miss Netta ain't the only one with the clout. He got the clout too. And then we get Tokyo. She complimenting Miss Netta, saying how she looked gorgeous, she's pretty, and then she jokingly compared her to Carlissa. And Tia disagrees. She said they don't look alike, but Carlissa compliments that they just share the same chocolate complexion. And if I had to say, they can't go for relatives. I ain't gonna say they look alike. They can be cousins. You feel me? They can be cousins. And Miss Netta feels like she's a celebrity, but she admits that she doesn't know the host Tokyo Tony, Tia, and Carlissa. And I call bullshit on Miss Netta. Miss Netta, you know who people is. You is not as big as you think you are. Miss Netta, you ain't that girl. You definitely ain't that girl. You that nigga. I'm just playing. Yo. The host then asked Charles how many bodies he has, and Charles said he got 30. 3 if you you count the men too, so he got 33 bodies on him. But he was he didn't want to say he messed with men. And I'm trying to see why he felt the way about that, cause Miss Netta ain't moving along. Tokyo asks who Charles was before meeting Miss Netta, and Tia chimes in saying that he was in the closet. That's where he was. That's where he was, and that's who he was, in the closet. I said, oh my God. Charles clarifies he was and is still a steel plant worker. Don't try him. He's been a hard-working man since the beginning. And I guess it was hot where it was because Miss Netta wig started lifting. And she began adjusting it, and it was funny. And, Tia pointed that out. She was like, Miss Netta, why you keep adjusting your wig? They was basically just clowning Miss Netta. Just clowning her. Tokyo asked about, Miss Netta DMs and how many people are in them, leading everyone to start talking over each other, and Charles tells Miss Netta to shut up, which takes the host aback. They couldn't believe that Charles told this hoe to shut up. I mean, Charles told Miss Netta to shut up. They didn't like how Charles spoke to her and told him to calm the fuck down. Charles tried to defend himself by saying, y'all not talking. I mean, y'all just talking, but y'all not listening. Shit, shut your mouth and open up your ears. That's what Charles said. Shut that up and let me talk. Miss Netta then announced that she and Charles are the #1 hottest couple in America, and they get recognized everywhere they go. Whether they go to the local grocery store, whether they go to the local gas station, or whether they walking down a dark alley, they get recognized. Y'all know that was the show. Overall, the show is a mess, but it is definitely entertaining. I enjoyed the show. Them 3 old hoes gonna get the mess started. They gonna get the mess started. I like Tokyo on the show. She tried to keep it level-headed. Tia Kim, she was really messy. And then Carlissa, she was just, throwing a little shade every now and then, but the shit is crazy. But shit, y'all, that's all I got to say on episode 2 of the Auntie Podcast. Y'all, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm going to catch y'all next time. Peace.